Yes, dual level max. This deck causes rage quits on the very first turn. Big warning, there are no hand traps in my deck. 0 hand traps. I've gotten 2 first place globals in the KC Cup, which is ran exactly like the Duelist Cup, where I am known for running non-standard decks. For this video, I'm doing a $100 giveaway if you like, subscribe, and comment. Also, by checking out the link in the top pinned comment below. Are you looking for an awesome 2D platforming adventure? Well, look no further than Bit Heroes. Choose your class from paladins to wizards to collect coins and defeat your enemies. Bit Heroes is available now to get ready for Congregate's Bitverse launch, with 2 more games expected to launch in 2022 and more to come later on. And don't forget, the open NFT presale is coming in August. So click my link in the description below to join the Discord and check out Bit Heroes and the entire Bitverse today. Now, bear with me, I know this is going to be controversial. Let me explain a few things about this, why I built my deck this way, why I'm playing no hand traps, and why I'm playing Adventure Tenyi, but not the standard way. And yes, my extra deck is 16 cards. I will tell you in a second which card I take out. Now, before people run off and copy the deck, let me show you what's doing well in the Duelist Cup right now. These are all dual level max decks, with Fluanderies being the most dominant. By the way, people asking how I get the hover on the website, that is a DMC Pro feature in addition to removing ads. Now, I am not telling you to run my way of Adventure Tenyi, so let me very quickly show you the Adventure Tenyi breakdown on how everyone else is running the deck. When going into a big event, I greatly value surprise factor. I do not want to run a top tier deck in a standard way. I want to run it a little bit different to give me an edge by having that surprise factor, playing cards they don't expect. Yeah, Max C, it's great. It is amazing. I'm not telling you to not run Max C, but generally, and you tell me if this is the case for you, everyone is negating your Max C. They're cross-out designating it, they're ash blossoming it, they are using Called by the Grave. That's 8 cards right there to stop your Max C. What are cards that they can't stop generally is going to be a Dark Ruler No More, a Forbidden Droplet, and especially for the Duelist Cup with people running a ton of back row or just playing Eldlich and the Fluanderies in general, Lightning Storm helps out immensely with that. Now, to make room for the DPE, I'm going to tell you what card I took out of my extra deck to make room for it to play Link Spider and DPE. So right now, generally, people do play 2 Monka Tenyi. I took 1 out to put in the DPE, and then for the Link Spider to turn my tokens, whether it's going to be the Mecha Fanabeast token or the Adventure token, into the Link Spider, I had to take out another card, and it was really difficult. I probably will go back and forth between the card to take out, but it's between Tomahawk and the Blocker. The Blocker helps you summon a Rorodon, especially with the Red Rose Dragon cards. If you are not going to play Blocker, which is what I took out, instead, you can make Anaconda into DPE. So again, I do want to say that this deck is not standard. It is not the way to play Adventure Tenyi. This is the way that I am playing it right now for surprise factor and for my reasoning of wanting to win going second. So if any fool is saying, oh, Dkayd's recommending a really bad version of Adventure Tenyi, he doesn't know what the heck he's talking about. They are sheep. I gave you the breakdown. This is how I'm playing it. I hesitated even wanting to show you this deck because I will probably be playing this card for stage 2. Playing non-standard is what has always given me a massive advantage when playing in big events for qualifying for Worlds more than once. Now let's start off against a top deck. This is the Phantom Knight DPE. He's got DPE and a Fog Blade in the back row, potential hand traps. I don't know what the other card is. What I really love about the Adventure Tenyi engine is the Vashuda and Dracoback are 2 cards that help you break fields. And also the Adventure Tenyi deck inherently, through multiple disruptions, could brute force your opponent to get to that Hulk, get to that Auroradon, make crazy Baxia into Baron de Floor, any of these crazy plays. So let's watch us try to break this field. Alrighty, we got our Draco back. We need a non-effect monster to equip it onto. I'm going to start with the Adventure Engine first. It's very important to not get an effect monster on the field when you have your 10 Ys, because otherwise you cannot summon them. So we're going to get the token out first. I already have the Fateful Adventure in the hand. Now, before I commit any more, I'm going to summon my Ashuna, just feel out my opponent, not feeling anything. Now, I'm expecting and knowing that the DPE is going to pop the Fateful Adventure. I'm going to activate it anyway to try to grab my Griffin. He's going to destroy. Now, luckily for us, we did open up our Dracoback, which generally is not good. So now with Draco back, we could try to spin a card in the field. I'm not expecting a one-turn kill here, so I'm not going to even force out the backer. I have no idea what exactly we're dealing with, so I'm going to spin that DPE back to the extra to win the grind game. So goodbye to the DPE. We're going to normal summon our Olion and attempt a Crystron Hulk. Now, it's very important that you put the Hulk on Chainlink 1 and the Olion on Chainlink 2. That's going to Chainlink block cards like Ash Blossom. Let's see if he eats a negate. We did get negated. So even though we Chainlink blocked the Ash Blossom, he negated Hulk from summoning a tuner from the deck. But the Olion not only Chainlink blocks for the Hulk, also is a machine token, which will allow us to make a Rorodon. Absolutely perfect for us. Let's now make a Rorodon. A Rorodon is going to summon our triple token. We have the opportunity to summon another Olion from the deck, or we could pop a card in the field. I'm going to go for the Olion play. And just like that, we get ashed. So while we blocked the Ash earlier, now we got screwed because then he ashed the Rorodon. That is unfortunate. We still have plays though. Ashuna, Banish, come forth and summon. Level 1 tuner. Now, we are making level 7 Yazi. It's important to note that the Yazi is untargetable. The Yazi will pop a card in the field, and he's going to call by the grave. Very good that we forced this out early. If he called by the grave onto the Yazi, we would have been screwed. So by popping it early, very good for us. Yazi's connected to Taya. Taya will then summon either a Baxia or will be able to summon the Grandmaster. So Yang Zing, Yazi, after destroying itself plus another card in the field and being untargetable to play around Imperm and Veiler, we're going to summon Taya. Now we're going to make Baxia here. Baxia and Taya effect. We're going to use the Baxia to spin back the Rusty. Rusty, begone. Now, with the Yang Zing in the graveyard, actually, we're going to just send that there. That's fine. We're going to pop itself to resummon the Taya. Chillin says that if your Yang Zing is destroyed, it summons itself from the graveyard. So Baxia spin the Rusty, then Baxia destroy itself, triggering the Chillin to then I'm getting Taya on the field just for extra damage. And now I can make another level 8. So generally we had the choice between Baxia and the Grandmaster. So I found the play to instead summon both. So we Baxia into the Grandmaster, get spinning, and the Grandmaster is going to search for the Emergence. The Emergence is going to search for the Protoss, and then that's a GG, no re. Now I'm going to show you the rage-inducing turn 1 auto win plays. Let's hop right in. We have Lightning Storm, which is now dead, so I'm potentially just going to be discarding the Lightning Storm. We're going to Arizmir to then summon the Rose Dragon, triggering the Fateful to grab the Draco back. And now we have Griffin Rider for an Omni Negate. We do want to play around cards like Nibiru. So what's very good about this deck is it could easily play around Nibiru. So just right here, we are going to be able to go into our full combo, but we could trade the Omni Negate Griffin for a Baron de Fleur, which will trigger the Red Rose Dragon, and I'm still going to be protected from hand traps and Nibiru. Let's get right into that. Equip the Draco back, and now we are Baron de Florin. Baron de Fleur, that's going to trigger the Red Rose to summon the Roxrose. Roxrose is going to grab us the Quick Effect spell to summon a Red Rose from the graveyard. I'm going to turn the Roxrose and the token into a Yazi. Yazi, remember I told you, is tied to the Taya. We're going to destroy it with the effect of the Baron de Fleur. That will trigger the Yazi to summon the Taya. Taya is going to banish the Yazi from the graveyard to summon a token on the field. Now, if you set a quick effect, you cannot activate it that turn, but it has another effect. If you destroy it, it will summon a Red Rose from the graveyard. So we are going to make Baxia. Baxia, pop the Red Rose, shoot to then summon a monster from the graveyard. That's going to be the level 1 tuner we want to summon with the effect of Baxia. Then the Rose Shoot, that is going to summon the Red Rose from the graveyard. Now we're going to make Crystron Hulk under the protection of Baron de Fleur. Now we're going to be summoning Jet Synchron. Jet Synchron and Hulk until Rorodon. I know you're probably puking right now, but we got to play what wins, yes? This wins, and it's rage-inducing. This is going to be level 5 Synchro. And then it's important that we have a token to use with this, which the Align will summon. We're going to make this level 7 by sending the Ashuna. Very important to send the Ashuna. Now, the Ashuna is going to be able to summon a Vishuda from the deck, but more importantly, with the Chillin in the deck, Chillin is going to be summoning when the Danglong is sent to the graveyard, which is going to help make our Chao Feng in this instance. Now, right here, they are completely locked out of light monsters. They cannot activate light monsters. No Veiler, no Nibiru, nothing. Now we are going to Ashuna while we have a token to summon the Vishuda. It's very important to summon the Jet Synchron before you activate the Ashuna. You get locked into worm-type monsters. Now 7 and 1. Let's get right into it. We're going to do the full negate. Look at this field, by the way. Can't be destroyed by card effects. Negate, can't use light monsters. Negate a monster effect. Omni negate in the hand that we're going to be setting. Emergence, grab the Protos. Protos will lock him out of dark monsters completely. You can't summon dark. You can't activate light. Omni negates. Monster effect negates. Omni negates. And then the Chang Ying, if anything's banished, will banish a card in the field and in the graveyard. This will be able to stop cards like Dark Ruler No More. It will be able to stop cards like Droplet. That's why a deck like this is really important to play to auto-win the Duelist Cup. It's going to Harpy Feather Duster. We're going to negate because, remember, we are saving the 9-pillar to protect us from Droplet and Dark Ruler No More. Eats up our negate. That's fine. And he's got the Adventure Engine. Okay. By banishing, that would trigger our Chang Ying, but there's nothing on the field to banish. That's fine. Now, I'm thinking I don't want to use my 9-pillar. While he can't summon Dark and he can't activate Light, we're going to use the Grandmaster to negate our own card. Why would we do that? To trigger the Chang Ying. Banish in the graveyard, negate our own Baron to floor that's already used up its negates, and now that will trigger the Chang Ying to get rid of a card on his field, the token, and the graveyard. Now he summons a Dark Monster. He can normal summon, he can't special summon. He's not going to be able to use the Draco back. He's also not going to be able to use Griffin. He's going to Shokan. What does he make? Levy Air? You can't summon Dark Monsters, mates. You summon a Levy Air. What the hell are you doing? What are you summoning? You can't Anaconda DPE. What the hell? Battle Phase takes out my token. All right, I accept. Oh, Zeus. Oh, geez. Okay, well, that's okay. We do have the 9-pillar to negate the Zeus. We're fine. We are fine, but damn. Wait, he can't activate Zeus because of Chao Feng. Holy moly. Why can't I Zeus? Why can't I Zeus? We're going to Protos, activate Call Dark again. We're going to use the O-Line in the graveyard to additionally summon. That's going to trigger the Chang Ying to banish, and he can't even activate. We're going to banish the back row, knowing that he cannot activate the Zeus. Zeus is not a problem whatsoever. We're going to destroy the Zeus. Wait, why my Zeus no activate? Chao Feng, mate. Light Lock, Dark Lock, negate, negate, banish, mate, negate. This is a rage-inducing deck, and I love it. Oh yeah, that's what I love about the Droplet. Droplet's going to be protection during their turn. Also an amazing go second card. I think Droplet's going to be MVP of the entire event. So with the O-Line, we know that we are going to have a Krishan Halcano Rorodon play. Now, this is a risky play because we have no negate. I don't even grab the Griffin. I'm going to save Griffin for another turn since we're not going to be able to use the Griffin negates. Now, what it could be good here and what you would want to do in some circumstances is you still grab the Griffin, you summon Griffin, then you use the Krishan Halk to summon the Red Rose Dragon from your deck. That could work, but this works also. This one's going to be a little bit weird. So I do want to show you different ways to get started. I'm going to make a Dang Long. Dang Long is going to be triggering the O-Line to summon a token on the field. Now we're going to use the Dang Long to send a monster from the deck to the graveyard, which will be the Ashuna, to make it level 7. And now we have a level 10 Synchro Shokan play. Shokan into Baron to floor. Now that's going to trigger the Dang Long to summon our Chillin from the deck, and now we can make Krishan Halk with our Baron to floor. So what this does is if they were holding on to a Nibiru play, the Baron to floor is now going to protect our Krishan Halk into a Rorodon. So instead of just going straight into the Halk, I wanted to get that protection to negate any potential nasty cards in the hand. So we're going to Jet Synchron. We'll speed this up since you already saw this from previously. This will be a Rorodon. Now, we don't have Dang Long with the Rorodon, so this is going to be kind of weird. We're going to discard a card to summon the Jet Synchron. Not going to even use the Rorodon. Now, this will be very good against a back row deck. We could use the Rorodon to pop back row. We're going to make the Yazi. Always make Yazi if you can, if you have a way to pop it with the Baron to floor, or if your opponent has cards in their field, Yazi is always a really good play. Now, the Chillin is going to be summoned from the graveyard because you destroyed a Yang Zing. We're going to summon the Taya. Taya banished from the graveyard. Come forth and summon a token. Now, we are going to Shokan into Baxia. That's going to trigger the Taya. Taya is going to be sending Adhara. we are going to now be popping the Auroradon to summon the Adhara onto the field. So I did choose to keep the Fateful Adventure over the Auroradon, despite telling you that it's good against back row. Right now, he's locked out of light monsters. We're going to Ashuna effect. Always think with Ashuna, did you have an ability to summon a non-worm monster? Because this locks you in right here, right now. We're going to Grandmaster. Grandmaster is going to be searching for the Emergence into Protos. And just like that, we have Omni Negate, can't use light monsters, can't summon dark monsters, and you're also monster effect negated. Pretty amazing. And we also have Droplet set because we're playing triple, so that's very good for turn 2 and also amazing setting for turn 1. Focus up. It's an Eldlich deck. What the hell? Eldlich, the Golden Lord, is here. Well, he can't use Eldlich from the hand because of Chewin, so that's just incredible for us. No Eldlich effect from the graveyard, no from the hand. He's going to be banishing his 6. That's fine. Look at the top 6 of the deck. Now we're looking at lots of nasty floodgates that we're going to have to save our negates for. We don't want to waste anything. So let's save it all. And he's got Quadra back row. Flipping up the skill drain right away. I'm going to Baron to floor negates. He's going to Solemn Strike. Now this is generally where you are screwed. Your Baron to floor cannot negate a Solemn Strike. The monsters cannot negate Solemn Strike, but you know what can negate a counter trap? Another counter trap. That is what I'm talking about. Counter trap, counter the counter trap with the 9 pillar of Yang Zing. Yes, that is absolutely incredible. The skill drain will get deleted. Goodbye the skill drain. Does he have any other floodgates? He's got Conquistador. Okay, that's fine. He wants to pop the Baron to floor. I allow it. There can only be one. So I can only have one worm. I could have only one machine. I'm going to wipe out the Eldlich, and we're going to have our one fairy with our one worm, and then we're going to pop off from there. Let's go. Now, as promised, I'm going to show you why it's important to, at this moment, not activate the Auroradon tributing the token in itself to then summon the Olion. You want to instead use the Jet Synchron in the graveyard. It's very important that you have a Chewin still in your deck. Chewin is going to be the tuner that's summoned off of the Danglong. So as you can see here, we're going to need all of our tokens. We're going to tribute the Jet Synchron and the Auroradon to now summon the Olion. The Olion plus a token is going to make the Danglong, and then it's going to summon another token that we definitely need to synchro with the Danglong. And now the Danglong will then summon the Chewin, which will use the other tokens. You'll see that very quickly. So the Olion's going to summon a token. By the way, don't activate the Danglong unless you play double Chewin if you already have the 9 pillar in your hand. So there you go, just like this. Remember, we use Jet Synchron for this. This is going to be sending an Ashuna if you don't already have one in the graveyard, make it level 7. And now we're going to be making our Baron to floor. I do like summoning this in defense because of people playing Lightning Storm. It's going to be very popular in the event. And you could also toggle off for your plays as long as you don't have a trigger effect in the hand. So if you do want to not get disrupted, this is a good way. And there you go. Just like this, we would have one less token plus a Jet Synchron, which would not be ideal. A lot of people screw this up, so keep this in mind. And then, you know, you got to thank me when you do this play. Now you make the Yazi, then you pop the Yazi. You know the rest from there. Do not forget to join the $100 giveaway by clicking on my sponsor link below, liking, subscribing, and commenting on this video. Thank you very much. Let's go.